Hello, Rick27 and welcome back to Roll Waves 3 as we continue with this Spanish adventure, which I checked back. It has been running for 2 years plus on the channel now, which is a ridiculous length of the series. Partly due to its longevity and partly due to some fairly healthy gaps in content output, but hey ho, here we are. And I'm still very much enjoying it, so here we go. It has been a little bit of a while since the last video. So I'm going to do a quick sit rep on where we are. We are, of course, at war with the dastardly British and really trying to contest the Mediterranean. We've taken Gibraltar, we've taken Malta, and we are stretching ourselves to see if we cannot take Egypt as well. A lot harder to take Egypt because we are leaving our kind of envelope of land-based air support and really kind of pushing ourselves up and against the British fleet, kind of mano a mano. Now, a couple of things. First of all, what does that fleet look like? Interesting enough, from a tonnage perspective, we're very, very close, and I think I did discuss this at the tail end of the last video, but obviously we've got 150,000 tons worth of, let's be honest, obsolete battleships at this point. So it's definitely not as even as it looks out, and the bigger tell is just how much more they have in the CV world. And of course, we lost 2 CVs in the last fight, which has not gone down well. But we do have 2 which are a few months away, we'll check that in a minute, from rolling off the production line, which will be good to see. Let's make sure that's squared right. There we go. Yeah, and everything else, and my other thing is, yeah, I have a bazillion CVLs, so we're going to have lots of like little fighter support. Anywhere else, nothing else too really outstanding, interesting. We've really got the edge in these kind of missile cruisers, so if we can get sight of their carriers, good things could happen, but, you know, it hasn't happened yet. I had a thought and it's gone right in my head. Nope, I'll get back to it. Okay, ships under construction. We are 4 months away from our 2 new CVs. It's come back now. Excellent. One of the key takeaways I did from the last fight was actually just the real value of these heavy jet fighters. Again, this is my first kind of full foray into the missile age, despite the game being relatively old now. And yeah, really understanding the advantages of a heavy jet fighters in their ability to obviously continually strike and work at night compared to your light jet fighters or your jet attack. So yeah, key. And I think when we get our Cadiz and our Cordoba out of the docks, then absolutely we're going to want to fill these things with as many heavy jets as we can. I believe they should be jet capable with their angled decks and all the kind of stuff that they need for heavy jets. That's going off a dim and distant memory, so we'll have to double check when they get posted. The other thing I wanted to mention was obviously an attempt to expand our air cover a little bit further east. So currently we kind of had our eastern wall, which has always served us really well in kind of Olbia, Cagliari, and Tunis. But also we now have Malta as well, and so I'm going to try and put some planes in there. Now they're still a ways away from Egypt. I had a quick look. And this was just I just put into Google and this was an AI response, so I've not data checked it, but it told me that the nautical miles from Valletta to Alexandria was about 850. Which, okay, I can believe that. You know, it was sensible enough an answer that I didn't challenge it. What that means for us is that obviously the airplanes that are based there, realistically, only our medium bombers are really going to get to be part of any fight out there. I mean, I'm tempted to put on a few of our heavy jets anyway, just in case we are fighting a little bit closer, because there may be action in around the seas nearby, not just right at the coast of Egypt, of course. And also, these are actually getting a little bit old now in 1965. So once we've finished our jet attack, I'm going to roll a new heavy jet fighter to see if we can't push these ranges up. So I'm thinking 2 things. Firstly, with the small airbase we currently have at Valletta, to add in 2 air units. So we're going to create a new unit. If you can remember what we're doing, we've got add air unit, and I would like 1, well, not fighters, what you call one group of heavy jet fighters who are night capable, don't need to be carrier trained, and I'd like 1 group of medium bombers, please. I can't remember if these are night capable. It might shout at me. No, okay, we do get night capable ones. Good. We'll get them rolled out. I think our aircraft production is okay. In fact, it would have told me here. On stock for... we're a bit shy in the old medium bombers. But we've got plenty heavy jet fighters because it's not something we've used that much of. So yeah, something we're going to have to play around with more. Cool. I think that's kind of us broadly up to speed. Money still looks good. I think I'm going to be tempted to buy some more CVs. And of course, when this war ends, well, we may just end the series, but I'm also going to retire those battleships as well. So we have to really kind of refit our fleet. But problem with CVs is a 3-year kind of lead time. So, but yeah, I think we definitely need to move to kind of, where are we? We've got 2 left. Yeah, 2 which are 56. They're not too bad in terms of age. About 10 years, but yeah, I think we'd want a core of these 2, the 2 new ones, and another 2 after that to give us our main kind of fleet guns, retire all the battleships, and that becomes the big attack force. And then you'd fill out the rest with more of these missile cruisers, which have done actually some pretty good work for us. And forever, there's always the discussion of these heavy cruisers because bizarrely they still seem to perform. Okay, good. There's 6.5 minutes of waffle. I don't think there's anything else really to say and do apart from hit turn. We're still ahead in VP. Obviously, we're ahead in land. We're going to be a little bit picky about what comes out of this. Stop generating battles out here. It's really frustrating. Yeah, I remember this pain. Okay, a convoy attack. Okay, up against Tovis is probably not CVs on the scene. You might get them. I've not seen it thus far. Let's see. Usually it's kind of just cruisers or destroyers or something. What have we got? Oh, we've got some of our big old guns. Nice to see. In the battle, 1 heavy cruiser, 2 light cruisers, 3 destroyers. This looks very favourable. We will have to watch out because apparently their CVs are in the area. So there's always a potential that they start getting involved, and that could go south very quickly. But we will accept. I think this could be a good result for us. Land-based air. Yeah, just attack your ships in general. Oh, we're very close to the port. Okay, we've got the Neptuno and the Triton. We've got, CN Talieri. That's not a name I recognise. Who's in charge of the Triton? Oh, Bertolli. Do we have our own people in charge of our big dreadnoughts? Maybe not anymore. I suppose we are pretty darn old. All forward facing, which is always nice, and 16-inch guns. Good. Hallmarks of an old era. We should be able to... Okay, find, sink convoys, no problem. Go. Where is my little missile control? There. Magnify. We don't have fire at will on yet, which I think is okay. Let's have a quick see if we can find their ships first before we worry about shooting at them. So we've got a lot of helicopters out and about, which is always nice to see. We have some unidentified ships in the target area, as it should be. Okay, they look like they're going to be, I say warships. Do you know, I am going to go fire at will, because I think we're going to outnumber them here, so I'm not so worried in using our missiles to kind of hit whatever we can. Get some missiles coming in, lots of missiles going out. We've been hit by a missile on one of our missile cruisers. How bad's the damage? It's disappointing. First hit out of the box goes to them. Tell me about it. You're on fire. Not ideal. Your structure is in a bad way. Yeah, it is. Okay. Wow, that was a serious hit. Just 1 missile hit. Yeah, hit your turret, destroyed the turret, started a fire. Bad times. Let's straight away detach you off, and so we can kind of maybe slow you down and send you somewhere else. Detach, yep. I will put you back under manual control, so we can slow you down to, just while you're on fire, let's hit just like 10 knots or so. 1. And we'll just head you off that way for just now. Okay. I Do you know what I didn't do this time? That's what I usually do, is make sure I've got some destroyers out in front to tank for my light cruisers. Okay, we have absolutely pelted them. There's 5 recorded hits on a potential heavy cruiser, which might be true. We do know our boys love an over-exaggeration. Okay, this is good. There doesn't seem to be any more missiles coming in. We are still happily launching all of ours. Hitting a various number of things. And we're going to start firing. I'm going to take fire at will off now. Let's see if we can get the guns to do a little bit of work. Are you surviving here, Inglese? No, you're getting worse. Slow you right down. Go on, just try and limp out of here if you can. Right, what pattern are these boys in? They may just be there to sing a minute. They're just screen and screen. Just looks funny the way they're all in a line here. Yep, okay, just 2 screens, that's fine. Hey, the Neptuno gets in on the action well, fairly quickly, hits a nice 16 shell into Nottingham. I don't care how modern you are, that's gotta suck. And there's quite an old class, actually, 49. Meanwhile, we're just lighting up this poor trapped Wolverine. What speed are you going at? Go up. Oh, 23 knots. Lightning fast, eh? You guys can go max -2 as well. Yeah, the problem with these ships is everything is just going to be able to run away from it. Right, we'll continue a couple more hits on Nottingham. Actually, 2 16-inch shells on the Nottingham. That has got to be going down badly. Only light damage. I mean, you are quite big, but still. It's just the Wolverine getting shot up by everyone who sails past them. Another 16-inch hit on the Nottingham. That's good to see. That's just all Wolverine class hits, which I'm not as interested in. With Scourge, I am interested in hitting if we can. Another 2 16 shells into the Triton getting in the action as well. Okay, and she's starting to slow. Okay, it looks like there's another bunch of ships down here, so I'm going to go, everyone can go back to fire at will. And we'll see if we can unload towards whatever seems to still be a threat. 2 more hits on this poor Nottingham. Surely she's given up the ghost. Must be soon. Heavy damage, 5 knots. Yeah, that's not looking. It's not looking pretty. We're reporting a lot of heavy cruisers, but that's not true. They are going to be merchant ships. Okay, we've got another at Nottingham looks dead. You are still alive, Scourge. So we've got to watch out for torpedoes. So let's do a little bit of a wiggle with our heavy ships. We've got a light cruiser coming down to threaten the cargo ships. That's excellent. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 16-inch shells just smacked into this thing. Oh, oh, the poor thing. No, she's still fighting though. We got a medium hit on us. Hit her engine room and a turret and the hull. Fair play. That is it the same one? No, it's the other one. Okay. Which, you know, makes a little bit of sense. I'm actually going to bring these guys over this way to see if we can't polish off this Scourge class, because it's. I don't like this kind of threat in my rear of random torpedoes. We've seen those go badly before. So let's make sure she's not a threat. And we can always come back for the cargo ships, because we're definitely going to be able to outpace them. Okay, we'll bring this group a little bit further north. Let's see if we can't get rid of that annoying destroyer, just guarding her dying Nottingham class, which is credit to her. Fair play. We're landing hits on the other Nottingham now. That's our 6 inches working off our light cruiser. Yeah, my Scourge now taking hits. Our big guns. Ooh! It looks like we've got some missiles in here. So what I need to do is get a group of you. Make sure you're out in front. 3 and 2. Yeah, alright. Let's give you guys the privilege of getting out in front. We'll see if we can't avoid that. This could be a little bit painful. Missiles incoming, near miss by missile, okay. Can't remember exactly what defenses these guys have. I could even look and check, you know. What have you got for missile defenses? What we put on you? Tertiary gun, no, not those. You'll have a lot of dual purpose, I presume. 4-inch. And then I think we've got the radar controlled AA guns on here. I don't think we're at CWIS yet. This is the problem when you have a gap in your playing schedule, you forget what's going on. Right, is this Scourge dead yet? So I kind of need you guys to come further south. Okay, last Nottingham here. Okay, you're doing great work, but running out of ammo. Bring you back just to 180. We'll hopefully kill that Scourge on the way down. Okay, you've done a good job. Let's put you back onto AI control. You guys should just be hitting wherever you like. Alright, we've only sunk one transport so far, but more will follow. We just got to be sensible here with whatever threats are lurking within this group. There's probably a few more destroyers and things. Again, torpedoes, let's not eat a random torpedo. Again, I will change my course every so often. Okay, we're shooting at another destroyer here. Okay, that's fine. Just gotta keep picking them off. Okay, not seeing many more hits on the old Neptune here, which is slightly disappointing. Nugent. We get one more hit on Miss Nottingham, which is good. Light cruisers starting to sweep up the back. We just obliterated that Nugent on the way past. And we're now starting to target these guys. Okay, this is good. We just have to babysit our heavy airships. Just out of interest, how long have we got? Ages until nighttime, so we do have to just keep an eye out for potential ships. Well, I see, we didn't have any Alexander, but we did have some in Cyprus, and obviously their ranges actually are not showing. Interesting. Maybe they don't have attack-capable ships. Oh, that Nottingham's dead in the war, so I think she is done for the day. You know what, we'll be nice. We'll pick up some people. It's fine. Hoping to fairly decimate this convoy. Let's go watch. There's a few destroyers going. Oh, that's very close. Let's. I know I'm a light cruiser, but it doesn't mean I'm immune to torpedoes. Okay, let's start sinking stuff. Okay, you starting to fire at mediums. You guys are still picking on some destroyers. We actually got hit by a destroyer, which is fine. I am on fire at will. Let's see all. I don't think I've got anything left, but let's just double check. No. No. Ah, you guys have torpedoes though. Let's do that and say, hey, start using your torpedoes. A couple of destroyers there causing some issues. We fired our torpedoes at the destroyers because that's obviously the logical target here. Alright, so we're kind of dealing with some destroyers up and about here. These guys should probably just sail in and launch a bunch of torpedoes. There is some more destroyers kicking around. There's some torpedoes out now. So again, just have to watch what's happening when you do it. Oh, nice. Capsized merchant vessel. Lots of merchant hits, lots of merchant hits. You are being shot at, and I do think the British destroyers tend to outgun ours in a 1-to-1. I think they're bigger, although I could also not just guess and check this one out. 1900, actually might be similar, although this could be an older one. No, 2000. What have you got? 6 5-inch dual-purpose guns. And you've got 8 3-inch. Oh no, so actually as long as we stay a little bit further away, the opportune classes shouldn't be too much of a threat. From a gunnery basis anyway. Right, where are you and what are you doing? You're up here dueling with a non-dead destroyer, so I'll allow it. You are keeping a respectful distance, which is what you should be doing. Your formation is a bit all over the shop. You're definitely worrying me. Okay, we have sunk everything we need to. Again, I don't want to push it too hard and then either succumb to air attacks or take a torpedo. I would like to finish off a few more destroyers. You know, every destroyer you can kill is a boon. No doubt about that. They're going down, they're going down. Is there anyone still moving? There's a couple of moving mediums over here. Yeah, they've got a few ships left alive, but not that many. Mainly these destroyers who may not be in the greatest shape either. Where is my... Okay, we've lost one. You come down here. I don't know why you've broken off. You're almost out of ammo though. Yeah. We may need to just call this a day and withdraw. As much as I would like to take a few more of these blooming destroyers with me. Okay, you've now rejoined, that's good. This one is dead. Heavy ships disengage, I think is fine. Especially they're a little bit slower, so you guys disappear. That destroyer is gone. I'm tempted to go after this Nugent class. Usually where I get my downfalls with greed. Yeah. How are you doing, by the way? Not checked in you in a while. You are alive. Good man. These crewed by anyone we know? No. No. Where are all my captains? You've just got hit by something. Oh no, it's, yeah, by Nugent. Right, are you flooding a little bit? No, you're okay. You have been shot quite a lot though. Okay, and we're out of ammo. This is probably a sign for us to go home, I think. Alright, let's pull out. So, yeah, where's the Admiral Fernandez is going to go. Let's see if we can pick up our escort. Let's just go squad max. And we'll withdraw. Victorious, lost 1 destroyer, which I'm going to take that as an absolute victory. Sunk a few ships. We don't actually have many light cruisers left, to be honest. And now we will withdraw. There's a long way left on the time. Let's do a quick check on these guys, see if any of them are horrendously damaged or sinking. You're pretty damaged. You get a tiny amount of flooding though. I think you're probably going to be okay. I'm going to bring you down just to cruise speed as you pick up these people. And let's not overstress any of them. I think we can kick the speed up and everyone will just sail away happily. Let's head off in that direction, please. Okay. Oh, we have got aircraft coming in, so we'll have to watch ourselves here. We have been spotted. Let's just go west as quickly as we can. It's coming nighttime, which helps, but you know. Also, the advent of radar, etc., etc., it only helps so much. It looks like we're fine. Actually, what was that message from Clavar? Oh no, you're fine. Fuel. Not anything to worry about. Boom. Okay. I'm going to say it's a very good day at the office. We lost 1 destroyer. We take a, spread of damage across the board, which is fine. And we sunk 2 light cruisers. We got 5 destroyers and 14 transports. That is pretty darn good. Yeah, but we do have indeed 20 heavy fighters. Heavy jet fighters, presumably based at Cyprus. So we did get sniffed but not attacked, which is good. But that's something to bear in mind for future conflicts out in this way. Let's have a quick look at our ship details. I want to see how our big boys got on. Let's have a look at hits scored. They'll be up here somewhere. So you did hit 26 times, that's pretty good going. And Neptune 29. So yeah, did a good bit of work. Obviously the light cruisers, as usual, heroes of the day at this kind of close range, small light fighting. You're claiming, oh no, you're not claiming 4 torpedoes launched out of our hits. Are you claiming 4 torpedo hits actually? No. That's fired. That's hits. I was about to say, I got a couple. Who's got missile hits? Oh, apparently 4 for the destroyers. Yeah, again, these missile destroyers doing a lot of good work. Okay. All in all, pretty darn good. And 4,500 VP to help keep our noses in front and offset some of that peskiness with the Northern Europe shenanigans we keep getting. Alright, we've now got medium range anti-air missiles, or air-to-air missiles I should say, sorry. We've got some new jet attacks, which is sure, fine. We do use these, and they are, they're pretty good. Okay, what are you showing to me? So it's cruise speed, max speed. So max speed's a lot better. Cruise speed's pretty similar. Ranges are similar-ish. This one's a longer range and more maneuverable, equal toughness, and carries the same bomb loadout. I think it's just the best one, hands down. I mean, these are like ever so slightly faster, but not really worth talking about. Okay, let's do it. Okay, apparently we're carrying bigger bombs. At this point, I'm not sure it really matters. And we lost a corvette. That's disappointing. Oh, and another corvette. That's again disappointing. Lost 11 merchants there and 5 there. We'll see if it does anything. Our unrest is 0, so probably not going to be too much of an upset. No, still stays in 0. Fine. We will have to look at our foreign stations. Oh, we're still okay. Good, good. I had a thought in my head. Airplanes. I would like a new heavy jet fighter, please. Dare I push you for range a little bit to try and make you more useful from the land? Oh, that's a tricky one. I mean, we're never going. Well, you might get up to 800 with the lights. It's been a few years. Probably unlikely though. But then, what else do we want from our heavy jets? Probably, I don't know. I want you to go far. I want you to be tough because I think you're going to carry missiles anyway. Actually, if you could carry heavy anti-ship missiles, that would be good. Or do I want to try and improve your maneuverability so you're better at shooting down some of this other stuff? Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Because your primary focus is really going to be, well, I mean, your jet fighters, so you're going to replace light jet fighters, so you are going to do cap as a main role, and then a second role is going to be to strike forces, where it's either nighttime or we don't have any jet attacks. I'm not sure the range is worth it. Let's go maneuverability. And sure, we'll see if we can't nudge your bomb load up. I think that's going to be more effective for us. Also, it's going to be a year before we get it, so who knows what stage the war is going to be at then. Let's take one more turn. What we got? Oh, this is good. Disturbances in Great Britain. Long may that continue. The AV Nantwich, which is like a helicopter support ship. Cool. 8 helicopters, nice. Okay, a better bomber, message received. New British heavy jet fighter, the Supermarine Yarnfield. Now that is a bit of a threat. Okay, again, we lost a few ships, and there's some raiding going on in the Med, but nothing too much to worry about. 2 months and 3 months to get our ships back. This is good to see. Alright, let's push it one more turn, although, okay, fleet battle isn't going to happen. Have what, 5? Oh, are you kidding me? 1600. Breathe. Okay. Cruiser battle. They might say no to this. Some battle. They don't have any battleships. We're bringing our battleships, all of them, beautiful, and we're bringing a carrier force. Okay. So I think they're going to have some kind of carriers. Now, if they have them all, this could be a challenge. But this is also in prime naval area. You know, we've got a big force at Palma, which should hopefully also not only detect, but give us some strike capabilities. And actually, look, they're going to have, if you're talking about separate forces, right? They're going to have a cruiser force, standalone, and that's it. So we don't have that much forces that are really going to tie us down in one place. This is definitely interesting. We're also quite close to our bases, so we can kind of, nudge our carriers towards a port. So if they do come under fire, we can hopefully quickly get them in there. Okay. Oh, and they are starting to build up in Egypt and Cyprus, which, makes sense. I'm going to accept this. I'm going to say okay. Are they going to accept it? I want you to attack enemy ships. Absolutely. They have accepted it. Where are we facing? Okay, so up here, which is, well, it's partly good, partly bad. So good side is we're pushing them towards even more of our air bases, so we should get much more attacks in. Bad side in that there's a big old bit of sea for them to roam around in quite merrily. We are 12 hours until dusk, so we have lots and lots of daylight to play around with. We have, lots of air power to deal with. Cool. Right, we're at 35 minutes, which is is it on the short side? But I think this battle's going to be a bit of a long one, so maybe I will call it quits here, and then we can come back and do this dedicated. And you know, it won't be too long before I can kind of get in the way of things. Why are we only showing jet deck? Oh, we don't show fighter ranges on here. Ah, this is why. I quite like the radar range actually. Let's leave that on. This is why we're not seeing anything around Cyprus. Okay, good to understand that. Yeah, that is good to understand that. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so let's call it a day, and we'll come back in the next one, and then we'll fight this, because I think this is going to be a chunky fight, and I you know, this could be quite decisive if we can knock out a few CVs here and not get, like, you know, ravaged ourselves. I think we could be in prime place to then make a push for Egypt. You know, to be honest, I'd probably quite happily trade. Would I trade all 4 of my battleships for 4 CVs? I don't know, but I'd certainly be willing to lose a few battleships to take out a chunk of their CVs. Exact numbers, TBC. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Cheerio!